Hi guys, welcome back. I'm America. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome to my channel. Thank you so much. Please, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe and click the notification bell. Whenever I upload new video, you'll be notified. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and give this video a thumb up. Today I'm going to make a simple dress, kaftan. I'm going to use two types of fabric to make it. I'm going to use African print and cordless to make it. So this is the fabric I'm going to use. So I folded it into two. My length is 58 plus 2 inches seam allowance. What I have here from this point, from this side to the end, is 60 inches because I added 2 inches seam allowance. So I folded it here. The upper one is 60 inches, the lower one is 60 inches for front and back. Okay, so I'll fold it like this. I'll fold it again. I folded it into 4 with my biggest measurement, which is my hip measurement. My hip measurement is 46. 46 divided by 4 is 11 and a half. So 11 and a half here, plus 1 inch for ease, 12 and a half. But you can add more than 1 inch for ease. You can add 2 inches, 3 inches, 2 and a half. It's free gown, it's boob, it's very nice, nice gown. You can add, it depends on how free you want it. So then 11 and a half is my quarter of my hip measurement, 1 inch for ease, which is 12 and a half. Then I have extra 1.5 inches here. I will use ½ inch to join it to the lace, and then the remaining 1 inch I will leave it here in case anytime that I want to, maybe I want to increase the ease, I want to reshape it again, I might use it. So I'm going to take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Okay, so I don't really need my round armhole because it's boo-boo. I will not use I will not fix the sleeve. It's cut together sleeve. So what I want to use is my measurement, which is 12 and a half. Quarter of my hip measurement is 11 and a half plus 1 inch for ease. So 12 and a half. So on this side, I will use like you can use 10 inches, 12 inches, 14 inches. It depends how you want it. So like I'll use between 12 to 14 inches. I'll use 13 inches. 12 and a half. So from shoulder, I'll measure 13 inches. 14. I'll measure 13 inches. You can use 10, you can use 12, you can use 11, you can use 14. It depends on how you want it. So I'll connect this line 12 and a half. My hip divided by 4 plus is 46 divided by 4 is 11 and a half plus 1 inch for ease is 12 and a half. So I'm going to sew it on this 12 and a half line. But if you like, it depends on what you want. This is not the only way you can do it. If you like, if you want, you can even use your waist measurement, your hip measurement before you add the ease that you want. So, but I want it like this, is okay. So from shoulder to this point is 13 inches armhole because it's cut together. I folded this fabric into 4. my hip measurement, which is my biggest measurement, into 4. 46 divided by 4 is 11.5. So this is 11.5 plus 1 inch for it, which is 12.5. This line is 12.5. That's where I will sew 12.5. But what I have here is 14 inches here, because I'm going to cut it on this line. I'm going to cut it here. So the 14 inches is I will leave 1 inch here. Then I will use half inch because it's extra 1.5 here. I will use half inch to join it to the cord and leave 1 inch here. So then I'm going to cut the lace to attach to it. For me to know how many inches of lace that I will cut is the length of my sleeve, the sleeve length. So the sleeve length that I want is 16 inches. 16 inches. So this is my shoulder measurement. From my shoulder measurement to 14 here, I will know how many I have. How many inches that I have from this shoulder measurement to here minus my sleeve length. So I will know how many inches that I'll cut for the extension. So here is 8 inches. See, my shoulder measurement is 8. From here is 8 inches. 8 inches. I'll put my tape here. I have 6 inches. From 8 to 14 is 6 inches. So that's 6 inches. I have half inch here to join it to the lace. So what I have here is 5.5, because half inch is to join it to a seam allowance. So then what I'm going to cut now is 5.5 minus 16 is 10.5. Is 10.5. So I'm going to cut 10.5, but I'll add half inch for seam allowance to the cord. So how many inches that I'm going to cut for the lace is 11 inches. So 5.5 plus 10.5 is 16 inches. So I'm going to cut it now. So, but before I'll cut the cord, I'll cut this one out. I'm going to mark the neck width and neck depth because I'm going to cut it out now. So I'm not going to, it's a free gown, I'm not going to add a zip to it. So I'm going to use a neck width of 5 inches and neck depth of 5 inches. But you can add more if you want, depends on how you want it, or less. You can use 4.5 by 4.5, you can use 4 by 5, it depends on what you want. You can even use more, 6. But it depends on how you want it. So I'm going to mark 5 by 5. I'm going to cut it both front and back with the same neck line. On this side, I'll leave like 12 inches for slit. 12 inches slit, depends on how long you want it, because I'm going to put slits here because I added only 1 inch for ease. But if you add more inches for your ease, you might not need to put the slit. 12 inches. So I have 14 here. 2 inches is seam allowance for hemming, to hem it here. So So this is the lace I'm going to use for it. So I folded it into two like this. This one is 60 inches, this one is 60 inches, and I folded it again like this. And this side is the scallop side, this side, the edge. So this side, from this side I measure 11 inches. So from the scallop I measure 11 inches and I cut it out. You can see. So I'm going to make use of this one. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to attach it to the Ankara fabric. I'm going to sew it on it. So this is what we'll have. So on this side, you're using the same measurement on this side also. So here you will measure 14 inches. You will measure 14 inches. 12 inches is for the slit, 2 inches is for the seam allowance here. So from here you will measure 1.5. Remember, what we have here is 1.5. So you measure 1.5, measure 1.5 to this 14.5. And from the shoulder you measure that 1.5 inches here. From the shoulder you measure 13 inches. 13 inches from the shoulder here. So you're going to sew it on this 1.5 inches here all the way to this 14 inches. You will stop here. So you will do the same on this side. Then we are going to join this lace to it. You can join it after shaping this dress, or you can join it before you shape it. It depends on how you want it. So, but for and this is the right side of the lace. You put it like this. Oh, this is nice. So you use 1/2 inch to sew it to the end, and you do the same on this side. This one, the right side. This is the right side. You put it like this also, and use 1/2 inch, sew it on 1/2 inch seam allowance to the end. So after doing that, you will overlock if you want, but if you don't have overlocker, you will use bias. You will use bias to sew it to finish it. Okay, I've attached the lace to the Ankara fabric with 1/2 inch. You can see. Remember that is right side, right side. This is right side and this is right side. I put it like this and sew on 1/2 inch to the end, and this side also. I'm going to shape the dress, and please remember to mark on the right side of your fabric, because we're going to shape it on the right side of the fabric. So this line is the line that we marked earlier. So I'm going to sew on this line, and from the shoulder I will start from shoulder to 13 inches. So for that 13 inches I'll sew on this line to this point where the slit will start, because the slit is going to be 12 inches, but it depends on you how you want it. 12 inches, well, I have 14 inches here because I still have 2 inches for folding to hem the dress. So I'll shape this side. I'll do the same on the other side. After that, I'll use pliers to finish the neckline. Then I'll hem the lower part of it. So this is the dress I've finished. It's really nice. So it's really nice. So these are the pictures. So you can see my neckline is very wide. If you don't want yours this wide, you can reduce your neck width, because I used 5 by 5, but you can reduce your neck width because 5 by 5 is very wide, but I like it though. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a thumb up. Thank you. How to measure round armhole. Round armhole is the circumference here. Round armhole, where you add the sleeve, is the circumference here. You will measure, you will put tape on yourself and measure it round. Under your arm, round hole. Your shoulder, under your arm. This, my mannequin is not the best mannequin to do this. But just to measure it, your round armhole.